So the city that I served in, I actually served in two. We kind of covered two areas. We had Nhlangano and Gege. And those are areas where the cities are absolutely wonderful, but they're really small. And those were kind of the Africa that I was expecting, with a lot more dirt roads. I mean, I didn't see any lions, going around, but it was a lot more rural. And you just have your little shops. I mean, those ones are a lot more simple. I mean, the roads aren't quite as developed. I mean, you only have kind of a small area that you're able to work with. But a lot of the people, they just find jobs within the shops, or they actually travel to other areas. I've noticed that a couple of the fathers, they actually travel to, they travel to Johannesburg, work for a month, and then they just come home for a day, and then they do the same thing all the time. Especially in Gege. So we weren't able to find a whole lot of priesthood or brothers that we could teach, because a lot of them were traveling and going to work. So just because it was really, really small. But Swaziland was if you wanted to do something fun like safaris and that type of thing, you'd really be able to do a lot of that in Swaziland. I went to so there's one that I forget what it's called, but we went on. They had a watering hole. We were able to see rhinos and giraffes and all that other stuff. It was really, really amazing. You can find a lot of parks really throughout South Africa. I mean, we were able to be around elephants, and so it was really, not South Africa, but Swaziland. So, and we travel pretty much all over the place, and we just loved it. It was a beautiful country. Some of the best sunsets I've ever seen happened in Africa. Like, the kind of the pictures that they have in like Lion King of the sun setting. Like, I kid you not, it's almost just like that out in Africa. Like how the sun sets. Like literally, that's how the picture is. It's really, really amazing. Here they have a very high percentage of HIV/AIDS. So there's a lot of orphans. I mean, I remember we worked in a couple of orphanages. I mean, it helps you feel grateful for the life that you have and the opportunities that you're given. I think here in the States, it's like what college that we're going to go to and what we're going to do for work. And there, some of the time, a lot of the time, some people are looking for their next meal and like what they're going to do and how they can take care of their siblings. There's a lot of young kids that are 10, 11 that they're taking care of their family. So Swaziland, there's a lot of life lessons in there. So, but it was really just a beautiful, beautiful country. Right before I left Swaziland, we had it was called Mahamba Gorge. But I remember, like Amanda and I, we crossed a river and we went up and we found a waterfall. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, the water was just crystal clear, and there's a place that you could swing off. I mean, we didn't go swimming or anything, but that was an area that I definitely want to go back. And they have a little travelogue of all the people that have come in and stayed there. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, I remember we just all kind of just sat down, and I cooked a big old meal for like 40 or 50 people, and we just had a ton of people come, and it was really, really amazing. And there's a lot of things that are just there. It's hard to remember them all, but I mean, once my area is pretty small, but we travel down a lot of the time, and we go to the more metropolitan areas, and it was really fun going there. I mean, anything that you'd want, like internet access. I didn't go into any homes that had Wi-Fi, but a lot of them did have. A lot of the malls, they had fast food restaurants and all those other places. Oh, if you go to South Africa or Swaziland, or you can go to Washington, D.C., go to Nando's. You'll absolutely love it there. So good. Still remember my district leader. He told me that when he served in the office, the people at Nando's, they would recognize him, like, all right, do you want your usual? He's like, yep. So he'd get quarter chicken, chips, and a roll. That's what he'd get all the time. So, and I miss going to Nando's. That's one place I'd like to bring here, because it was really good.